A very good morning to my dear students. I hope that you are doing well and keeping safe at your homes. Anyway, we have already completed or covered 5 units partially, and today I am planning to go with the first chapter in the last unit. So the unit is titled as How Mysterious. So under this unit, as usual, we will have 3 lessons or 3 sections, and each section is dealing with something related to a mystery. Okay, so let us go with the first chapter. So the first chapter is actually titled as Uncovering the Ghost of Nancy Drew, and it's actually written by Pamela Depoyan. And now let us check what is actually the content of this lesson. Okay, now here I am going to read the preface portion. So all of you please take page number 121 and please listen to me and read along with me. Okay, Uncovering the Ghost of Nancy Drew. Have you ever read a Nancy Drew book? If you recall, Nancy Drew is a girl detective in an American mystery fiction series created by publisher Edward Stratemeyer in 1930 as a female counterpart to his Hardy Boys series. Who actually wrote the Nancy Drew books remained a mystery till. Okay, so Nancy Drew is actually a detective story. Okay, and it is clearly written in the preface that it is actually a Nancy Drew is actually what is actually a girl detective in an American mystery fiction series, and this Nancy Drew, the detective girl, was created by the publisher Edward Stratemeyer in 1930 as a female counterpart to his Hardy Boys series. So the publisher Edward Stratemeyer had his own series as the Hardy Boys series, and he actually wanted a female counterpart to his Hardy Boys series, and for that purpose it was actually he who created a detective person like Nancy Drew. Okay, and who actually wrote the Nancy Drew books remained a mystery till. So if you look at the libraries, one can easily find Nancy Drew books or the Nancy Drew series, and even though one can find Nancy Drew series in libraries, no one knows who actually wrote the book. Who actually wrote the Nancy Drew books remained a mystery till. And now let us go with the lesson to know more about this mystery. Okay, here I am going to read the first paragraph. Please do listen and read along with me. What would you do if you discovered a secret message scribbled inside a library book? And what if it was a clue to a mystery you were trying to solve? So, in the beginning of this chapter itself, the writer is asking to us a particular question. And what is actually the first question? What would you do if you discovered a secret message scribbled inside a library book? So, for example, imagine that you went to take a book from a library, and while you were actually taking a book from the library, imagine that suddenly you discovered a secret message scribbled inside a library book. What do you mean by scribbled? Scribbled means, yeah, written quickly. So suddenly you discovered, yeah, a secret message which was written very quickly inside a library book, and what if it was a clue to a mystery you were trying to solve? And actually, if it was a clue, that scribbled written message was a clue to a mystery you were actually trying to solve, what might be your response? Yeah, definitely you would have what? Yeah, definitely you got surprised and definitely you got shocked. So, such a situation is mentioned in the beginning of this chapter. Then, listen the next paragraph. I am going to read with the next paragraph. In 1963, a young library worker named Jeffrey Lapin discovered something mysterious about a favorite book detective, Nancy Drew. Library records stated that no one knew who had written the stories about her. The author's name on the books read Caroline Keene, but some people said there was no such person. The only printed fact Jeffrey could find said, Caroline Keene, real name unknown. So here it is spoken about the mystery that was actually revolving around the Nancy Drew book series, and the mystery that was actually revolving around the person called Nancy Drew. So now listen. In 1963, a young library worker named Jeffrey Lapin discovered something mysterious about a favorite book detective, Nancy Drew. So in 1963, in the year of 1963, a library worker called Jeffrey Lapin discovered something very mysterious about the person called Nancy Drew. And what was actually the mysterious factor he found or he find out? Yeah, library records stated that no one knew who had written the stories about her, and one could not find any clue that who had actually written the stories about this Nancy Drew series. The author's name on the books read Caroline Keene. So if you look at those books, one could easily find the name as Caroline Keene. One couldn't find a name like Nancy Drew, but instead one could find a name like Caroline Keene. But some people said there was no such person. So even though one could find a name like Caroline Keene, many people were of the opinion that there was no such a person. So the only printed fact Jeffrey could find said Caroline Keene, real name unknown. So the only thing the library worker could find was actually only a script. What was the script? Caroline Keene, real name unknown. So it was actually written on the cover page that Caroline Keene, the real name unknown. Okay, so even though the name like Caroline Keene was there, together with that there was also a script like real name unknown. So that means still there was a mystery. Okay, now here we are going with the next paragraph. Then Jeffrey found a message inside a Baltimore library book. Right next to the name Caroline Keene, someone had penciled in another name, Mildred Wirth. Next to that, the person had written another clue, The American Women, 1939-40. So, at that time, the library worker, Jeffrey, was very sad because Jeffrey could not find anything, could not find any easily find clues. So even though he found the name as Caroline Keene, there was also the script that real name unknown. So in that way he was unhappy that he could not reveal or he could not find nothing much about the name or the person. Then at that time, then Jeffrey found a clue, a message inside a Baltimore library book. Suddenly he found a clue. And what was actually the clue? Right next to the name Caroline Keene, someone had penciled in another name, Mildred Wirth. So just near to the name Caroline Keene, this library worker, he found a name called Mildred Word. Next to that, he found another clue. What was the another clue found by him? The person had written another clue, See American Women 1939-40. So American Women possibly might be here a book. Okay, so another clue was written there as, yeah, you have to consult American Women, or you have to take American Women 1939-40. Okay, then read the next paragraph. Who was Mildred Word? Then another question raised in his mind, who was actually Mildred Word? It seemed as if Jeffrey's old chum Nancy Drew was whispering in his ear. So when he actually found the name Mildred Word, it seemed as if this library worker's old friend, chum means friend, Nancy Drew was actually whispering. Whispering means speaking in a quiet voice in his ear. Yeah, he thought, see for example, almost like an intuition. From the time or from the moment he found the name Mildred Word, yeah, it was actually whispering in his ear, speaking in a low voice or quiet voice in his ear, that it was actually Nancy Drew. He had to solve this mystery. Anyway, it was actually his duty, or it was actually up to him to solve this mystery. That means the mystery that was actually revolving around this name, whether Mildred Word and Nancy Drew were same, or whether they had got their own different identities. So he had to solve this mystery. Okay, so now we can move on to the next page. All of you please take page number 121. Here we are going with the next paragraph. Please do listen and read along with me. Quickly he located the book American Women. What he found there must have made him catch his breath. So suddenly, so it was actually his, it was very interesting for him to find what was actually the mystery behind the name or the person. So in that way, he was all of a sudden he was able to locate the book called American Women. American Women. So it was clearly said as the third clue that, yeah, See American Women. Okay, so he was actually able to, yeah, find or locate the book American Women. And when he found the book, yeah, he was actually shocked by the things which were actually written on it. Okay, what he found there must have made him catch his breath. What do you mean by catch his breath? Stop breathing for a moment because of surprise. So in that way, while he was actually looking at the things that were written on it, he was so much surprised. Someone named Mildred Word Benson, her married name, had written more than 130 children's books, and she had used pseudonyms. Was Caroline Keene one of the made-up other names she had used? If so, why would she hide her true identity? Yes, so when he actually found the book American Women, he was quite surprised by the fact he realized then. Okay, what was actually the fact he realized when he found the book American Women? Yeah, someone named Mildred Word Benson, her married name. Mildred Word Benson is actually not her born name, it was actually her married name. Means the name she actually received or accepted after her marriage. So that means Word Benson might be her husband's name. Mildred Word Benson, her married name, had written more than 130 children's books. So then the library worker Jeffrey Lapin discovered that this person called Mildred Ward Benson had already written 130 children's books, and she had used pseudonyms. What do you mean by pseudonyms? Pseudonyms means a name used by somebody, especially a writer, instead of his or her real name. So we to a great extent we can say that pen name. See, for example, some poets are better known by another names, not by their true names or real names. So such is actually here called as a pseudonyms. So, and this Mildred Ward Benson had already written more than 130 children's books, and she had used pseudonyms. She had never used her own names, her own identity. Instead, she had used pseudonyms. Pseudonym means name used by somebody, especially a writer, instead of his or her real name. Okay. Then, now, was Caroline Keene one of the made up other names she had used? Then the library worker suddenly developed a doubt, a possible or a reasonable doubt, that was Caroline Keene one of the made up other names she had used? Maybe Caroline Keene was also a pseudonym. For whom? A pseudonym for Mildred Ward Benson. If so, why would she hide her true identity? Then, if Caroline Keene was actually the pseudonym of Mildred Ward Benson, why she would hide her identity? For what purpose she hid her identity? So that was actually the reasonable doubt the library worker developed while finding all these things. Okay, now I am going with the next paragraph, so please do listen and read along with me. What would Nancy look for next? Fingerprints. An author's writing style is like her fingerprints. She couldn't hide her style, and no one else could duplicate it exactly. If Jeffrey found Mildred's other books, he could compare them with the Nancy Drew books. So now the library worker's plan was actually for going with her fingerprints. See, if an investigating officer is investigating something, she or he will definitely look for what? Look for fingerprints, because that will definitely help them to complete their enquiries within a stipulated time, in a successful manner or in a successful way. So likewise here also, then the next step was actually going with fingerprints. And what do you mean by a fingerprints here? If it is speaking about a writer, the fingerprints is nothing other than his or her handwriting. Then an author's writing style is like her fingerprints. So if the library worker Jeffrey Lapin actually wanted to verify whether they were same persons, that means Mildred Ward Benson and Caroline Keene were same persons, then the best way to find that was actually to observe their writing style. If they were same, then one could easily find that identity by looking into their writing style. That is what here it is said, that one couldn't or she couldn't hide her style. If, say for example, if Mildred Ward Benson was actually writing using the pen name Caroline or using the pseudonym Caroline Keene, then there would definitely be some similarities in both of their style. So that is what here it is said, that she couldn't hide her style and no one else could duplicate it exactly. So no one could never duplicate it. Okay, if Jeffrey found Mildred's other books, he could compare them with Nancy Drew books. So this was actually the idea Jeffrey Lapin discovered. So Jeffrey Lapin decided to find out other books in the Nancy Drew series. Then he actually wanted to compare this Nancy Drew book series with that of the books written by Mildred Ward Benson. And if the writing styles if the writing style is exactly the same way, then one could definitely come to the conclusion that they were same persons. Means, yeah, Mildred, it was Caroline Keene was actually Mildred Ward Benson. It was actually Mildred Ward Benson was writing using the pseudonym of Caroline Keene. So this was actually the idea put forward by the library worker Jeffrey Lapin. Now here I am going with the next paragraph. Please do listen and read along with me. Combing through antique stores and musty bookshelves, Jeffrey said he had truly found a gold mine. So from that time onwards, the Jeffrey Lapin, the library worker, was actually spent his entire time in order to find whether there was any connection in the writing style between these two people. Okay, combing through antique stores. And what do you mean by antique stores? The meaning is given here. Shops that sell things that are old and often valuable. Okay, combing through antique stores and musty bookshelves. What do you mean by musty? Smelling damp and unpleasant because of a lack of fresh air. Jeffrey said he had truly found a gold mine. So, through continuous research or through continuous search, at last Jeffrey was able to find out books in the same series. Every book he read by Mildred was filled with word pictures similar to those he had read in Nancy Drew books. And when he discovered or when he found books written by Mildred, all those books were filled with word pictures, beautiful word pictures, and which was really a characteristics of Nancy Drew book series. That means, from that time onwards, he was able to come to the conclusion that both were same. Secret passageways, country roads and roadsters, meaning is given there, wound their way through the books he found, just as they did in the popular series. It was as if Nancy was having adventures under the name of other characters, and Mildred had written those adventures using different other names. But why? So when you go through all these book series, one could easily find a matter of adventures. So it was as if was having adventures under the name of other characters. So Mildred Ward Benson was actually finding adventures with all of her characters, and Mildred had written those adventures using different author names. Actually, adventure was a trademark of whose writings was a trademark of Mildred Ward Benson's writings. So that is what here it is said that, and Mildred had written those adventures using different author names. So even though he had written many books using different pseudonyms, one could easily find an element of adventure there. The idea is very simple, that because all were written by whom? All were written by Mildred Ward Benson. So one could easily find her trademark in all those books written by her, even though it was actually in different pseudonyms. Okay, I think we can stop at this point. Anyway, make sure that you wrote all those unfamiliar words and their meanings into your notebook. See, almost all those unfamiliar words and their meanings are given in the textbook itself, and apart from those unfamiliar words, I have also mentioned the meanings of some other unfamiliar words in the same portion. So you can write down all those unfamiliar words and their meanings into your notebook. So anyway, it would definitely help you to build a rich vocabulary. Okay, so I think we can stop here. Anyway, thank you and have a nice day.